Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? So, everyone, in this video, we are from Group 7. I'm Elsanana Fitrian and Mahmud Ihsan. We will explain about our materi. So, our materi is namely mammals. So, we will explain about mammals with submaterials. The first characteristic of mammals, second, the example from order, and the third, mammals and human. So everyone, let's we start our study today. The first, Ihsan will explain. To Ihsan, time is yours.
My name is Mahmud Iksan, and I will explain the first material of mammals. What is mammals? Mammals are a group of vertebrate animals constituting the class Mammalia and characterized by the presence of mammary glands which, in females, produce milk for feeding their young, a neocortex, fur or hair, and three medial air bones. Here is the example of mammals. The first, Bostaurus, also known as cow. Second, Equus caballus, or horse, and Felis catus, or cat. Common characteristic of mammals. First, the body is generally covered with hair, which usually come off vertically. Second, the skin contains a lot of glands, both sebaceous glands, sweat glands, and mammary glands. Third, has two pairs of limbs or extremities. Fourth, the truncus or body is divided into several parts, namely thorax, abdomen, dorsum or dorsal, the glutea, and the perineum. Fifth, the covering of the body is in the form of soft skin and is thin in shape, except in certain parts experiencing a process of thickening and cornification. Next one is composition classification. First, insectivorous. Mammals such as shrews, moles, and the other and most bats are usually small. They feed on insects as well as a variety of other small invertebrates. Insectivores eat little fibrous vegetable matters that require prolonged fermentation, so their intestinal tract tend to be short. Second is herbivorous. Mammals which feed on grass and other vegetation form two main groups. First is browser and grazer, including ungulate, also known as hoofed mammals including horse, deer, antelope, cattle, sheep, and goats. And second is gnawers, including many rodents and enzymes or cellulase. In some herbivores, such as horse, zebras, rabbits, elephants, and some primates and many rodents, occurs primarily in the colon and in the species side pocket, or the verticulum, carried as secum. Third is carnivorous. Mammals including fox, dogs, weasels, wolf, and cat feed mainly on vertebrate and large aquatic mollusks and crustaceans. Carnivores are well equipped with large canine and powerful clawed limbs for killing their prey. The last one is omnivorous. Mammals which use both plants and animal for food include pigs, raccoons, many rodents, birds, and most primates, including human. Omnivores have a versatile dentition with broad, round molars for crushing food. Because of a limited amount of fibrous food material in their diet, the cecum is poorly developed in most omnivores. Alright, that's the material for me. Back to moderator.
Thank you for the explain, Ihsan. Next is my turn. So there I will explain about the classification of mammals. Let's check. Okay. The first is from order Tubulidenta, or we can say Arphax. It's difficult to say it. Arphax don't have tooth in a mouth, but have many pulp tubules or food joints. So it's called Tubulidentata, which means that the teeth are tubular. Everyone, you can see the classification of order Tubulidenta in this. Start our kingdom, phylum, subphylum, class, and ordo. Next, next is ordo Proboscidae. So what is that Proboscidae? Proboscidae is a group of mammals that have a proboscis, which is a modified nose known as a trunk with two nostrils. Nostrils. The proboscis can be used for holding, Currently, there are only two species still alive, namely Elepas maximus and Loxodonta africana. Everyone, you can see the classification of Ordo Proboscidae in this. Start from kingdom, phylum, class, family, other species. So, just two species in this world. Jadi ordo ini termasuk dari ordo binatang yang sudah langka. Sebagaimana yang kita tahu, gajah termasuk hewan yang dilindungi dan langka. Okay, next. Ordo Hirachoidea. The one example is the Hyrax. The Hyrax is one of 4 species of fairly small, stocky, herbivorous mammals in the order Hirachoidea. Dustun Hyrax, Prochavia capensis, Heteropyrax bucei, the Western Hyrax tree, Denthorax dorsalis, and the Southern Hyrax tree, Dendrohyrax arboreus, live in Africa and the Middle East. This is the classification of Ordo Hirachoidea. Next. Ordo Cetacea. The animals of the Cetacean order are mammals that have lived in water throughout their lives and have made various adaptations to life in this environment. Its body is shaped like a torpedo or streamline without dorsal fins. The forelimb is tapered and has a strong horizontal tail to move like a boat propeller. So, this is the classification of Ordo Cetacea. Sebagaimana yang kita tahu, contoh-contoh dari mamalia laut itu misalnya seperti yang ada di gambar, paus pembunuh atau orca, dan yang lainnya seperti lumba-lumba dan juga paus. Jadi, hewan-hewan itu termasuk mamalia meskipun mereka tinggal di air dan berenang. Nah, di sini saya memiliki satu tips untuk membedakan yang mana dari mamalia dan yang mana dari kelas Pisces. Kita cukup melihat dari posisi ekornya saja. Nah, jadi berdasarkan PPT ini dikatakan jika mereka adalah mamalia laut, mereka memiliki ciri-ciri yaitunya ekor mereka horizontal, sedangkan dari kelas Pisces ekornya itu vertikal. Okay, next. Order Artiodactyla. The characteristic is even nails, even feet, long legs, adapted for fast movement, those unguligrade fingers, and for always developing the same length, toes on the edge have been reduced, has a large and complex stomach where 2 or 4 rooms, has a pair of horns. Jadi, mamalia dari Ordo Artiodactyla ini kita sudah sangat sering menemuinya. Misalnya kita lihat di gambar ini, ada babi, ada celeng, domba, dan juga hewan bertanduk seperti rusa. Kita sering menemui hewan-hewan mamalia ini, dan ini merupakan hewan yang tidak asing lagi bagi kita. Selain itu, kebanyakan dari ordo ini juga digunakan sebagai sumber makanan, misalnya saja seperti domba, babi, celeng, rusa, dan juga sapi, itu digunakan oleh manusia sebagai bahan konsumsi untuk memenuhi kebutuhan protein hewani. Okay, next, we enter to the third. So material is human and other mammals. So let's explain. Okay, at least from at least from 15,000 years ago, Dogs were domesticated, the first of many species to be domesticated by people. Like cats, dogs probably okay, the term material is human and other mammals. At least 15,000 years ago, dogs were domesticated, the first of many species to be domesticated by people. Like cats, dogs probably entered voluntarily into a mutually beneficial relationship with people. Dogs are an extremely adaptable and genetically plastic species derived from wolves. Domestic cats were domesticated from an African population of the wild cat, Felis sylvestris, which still occurs in Africa and Asia. Domestication of sheep, pigs, goats, cattle, donkeys, horses, camels, and llamas occurred 10,000 until 2,500 years ago, when agriculture agriculture was being developed through throughout the world. Certain domestic species no longer exist as wild animals. For example, one-humped dromedary camels of North Africa and llamas and alpacas of South America. All truly domestic animals bred in captivity, many have been molded by selective breeding to yield characteristics desirable for human purpose. So guys, this all from us. Uh, I say so sorry about our mistake in our video, and thank you for your attention. Last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.